This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana. It causes errors in time and space.
through November.
So around here, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's considered fall, but it's still hot, like it's summer until October.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the temperature. I'm just talking about the general season.
Yeah, but you were talking about dressing differently, but it's still hot.
Okay,
Yeah, but they're still cool enough. It's not as hot as the summers where it still cools down a little bit, where you have more options still. Where if you want to put on like just a light flannel or like a light long sleeve or something like that, or a t-shirt and like a light beanie, you can still do that comparatively to summer, where you'll fucking die
No,
with either of those choices. And also, it's the holidays that come in the seasons
literally.
with fucking Halloween in there, and also Thanksgiving.
So my question is like, is it because like with fall you have that flexibility and not having to rely on things like jackets like you would for the winter, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you have the ability to flex a more wider variety of shirts and tops as opposed to
And
like
a light-
wintertime.
yeah, and a light
You only
sweatshirt
have
or
like maybe
something.
like 3 or 4 jackets, and if you have more than that, it's like, dude, you got a lot of jackets. Honestly, like I have 3 or 4 jackets, and I think I have a lot of jackets.
I got like one.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, we should all cut back if we can. You know,
Too many jackets in the world.
too many jackets in the world. You only need
Stop
one
with the
real good
puffy
one.
North Faces.
See, I want a cloak. Have you seen the ads on Instagram for the cloak?
Yo, can we bring? I've been talking about Daphne with this for years. I want cloaks to come back into fucking fashion. It'd be so cool. I will wear the fuck out of a Jedi cloak all goddamn day.
I think we should bring cloaks back. I mean,
Like I want to walk outside and feel like I'm always on an adventure.
I don't want a cloak. I'm gonna start wearing morph suits.
Nah, man, I think we should bring. I think we should bring monocles back.
I'm chill with the
Okay.
monocle.
I think I, could do
I
the
vibe with it. I fuck with a monocle and a cloak.
Oh, a blue light filtering monocle. Mhm.
We should bring back open
know-
carry.
We're just gonna. All right, we're just gonna combine all these ideas. Morph suit, packing the gun on the front waist, like open carry.
We should bring
Wearing the
back
Jedi
public
cloak.
execution.
Concealed with a cloak.
No,
We should bring back the guillotine.
Oh no, wait. Performing public executions.
Did you know one of the Christopher Lee, the guy who played Count Dooku and fucking
Witnessed a public execution
he witnessed the last
France?
public execution by guillotine.
in France.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was in the 40s. Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that's crazy
Yeah.
to think about.
At one of the protests, in the video that I seen, the guy was wearing a shirt that said Nazis should have a platform, and then it was a stage with a guillotine on it. And I
Fuck with
thought that
that.
was pretty funny.
Fuck with that.
I had a buddy at work who he took a trip to Oregon this past week for like his birthday and shit. Came back today, and the dude's a living troll. He went to a protest
While he was out there.
with a sign that said George Floyd should be redeemed.
Redeemed.
Yes. And he got chased out
Eesh.
of the protest by people like megaphones and shit.
They were like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. He almost got his fucking ass beat, rightfully so.
Yeah. He should have.
He should.
If you go looking for trouble, you'll find it, folks.
Logan, what was your favorite season again?
You better say winter.
Yeah, we got 2 winters.
Yeah, I mean, it's only because I haven't had too many snowboard seasons that I can't completely say. Because I've missed out on like
One.
yeah. Well, no, 2 technically.
When was the last time
Because I
you went?
injured myself 2 years ago.
Was it the year that we went for my birthday? Was like that last year that you went? Because
No,
it was
he went-
it was after that. It
He
was
went last
after.
season.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went one
Oh,
time
okay.
last season.
So it was like it was after it was that summer after that that you injured your leg and shit.
July 4th to 2023.
Oof! Yikes!
Yeah. It's coming up. That 2-year anniversary of that injury is coming up.
But you would say that it's winter still?
I would actually say summer. And in regards to actually fall around where we live, which is the reason what I was talking about, is that it actually doesn't really get cold around where we live until November, so we don't really get much of a fall season around here. It basically stays hot until late October, and then November it just switches to then cold, so we don't really have like a fall season. It's really just it's fall considered like month-wise, but then it just goes to winter.
Maybe for like a week. It's
Yeah,
fall.
a week it's like that cooler weather.
I'll agree on that. Maybe it was a bit of my nostalgia.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say
it's
he's
my
still used
nostalgia.
to living in New Jersey.
I mean, I've been out here since 2020 in California, so 5 years. So like,
Yeah.
majority of like 27 years of my life were New Jersey, where I got all 4 seasons of the year.
Yeah.
So like it is the nostalgia kicking in from like my life experience.
Yeah, which is why I was like, wait,
If I had to go California specific, not to
Mhm.
cut you off,
yeah.
it honestly I'd have to say like maybe spring.
Spring.
I'd say spring.
We do get at least 2 weeks of spring here in where we live in California.
Like
right?
yeah, I'll give it that because like it is. I do appreciate the rain. It still gives that vibe where some days can be hot, but some days can be a little bit cooler, where you can wear like a light sweatshirt or a light hoodie, maybe. You know what I mean? Where so like that
It's still
gives-
raining during spring.
Yeah, and I like that because when I first moved to California, I actually didn't see rain for a year and a half.
Oh, it was when during our dry spell. We
Yeah.
did have drought. Like
I
there was
didn't
a time
see-
where we
I
didn't
didn't
see rain
actually
for
see-
Fires too.
Yeah.
fires. Yeah.
I remember I was working an outside job, and I remember the sky being covered. I was like, "Yo, this looks like an apocalypse
Oh
movie."
shit! Yeah. I
And I'm
remember
like,
that.
"There's ash falling on my face right now."
Coming at the bad time.
Dude, I went to a metal show during that when that shit was going on. Talk
Oh, damn.
about like
Oh.
walking out and being like, "We're in hell. This
Yeah,
is hell, bro."
crazy.
I just
What
went
the
to a
fuck?
death metal show and I'm walking out to red skies and ash falling
Yeah,
on my face. I'm like,
It's so crazy to think of that.
I
Like,
forgot about the fires.
it's literally only like parts of America, and you guys have to deal with it from miles and miles away. Let alone a big volcano erupting one of these days. Oh my gosh! I can only imagine the catastrophe that would ensue.
our friend who lives in Oregon, he was out there while the fires were going on.
gosh!
This motherfucker went outside in the middle of the day and took a picture of just what it looked like outside and sent it to us. It looked like he put a red filter over everything, bro. It was red.
Yeah, he was
Like,
in
you
the
know, on
thick of it.
Instagram, you go on your stories and you're like going through the filters, and there's like the all red
red
one, and you're like, it puts like techno music on it, and it's like flashing and shit. That's what it looked like outside naturally.
Yeah.
I was like, could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine walking outside and just seeing that?
He pointed his camera at the sun, and it literally just looked like a red ball in the sky.
And we were breathing that shit in too.
Oh, he was breathing it in for sure.
We
because-
filmed a video.
Yeah, I remember.
We filmed a music video while that shit was going on. We're wearing
yeah, we
masks.
did.
We're wearing masks, and you can see ash falling in the sky as our friends like recording.
I
us, bro.
remember like
Wait,
thinking
wait.
it was crazy.
We're gonna clip that. We're clipping that right there, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are gonna see a little clip of that. We made this video during fires because we were so bored and unemployed.
I think in the captions I mentioned something. It was like "Save California, fuck fires, 2023" or some shit like
Some
that.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember thinking it was the wildest thing. Like me first moving out here, never dealing with like wildfires like that in my life. And then like I'm out here working outside, like this world's looking like it's fucking ending. There's ash falling everywhere, and I'm like, why am I outside breathing this shit? Like, why am I working? Like, why are we working? And everybody's just like, it's a normal fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, it's an average day because like, unfortunately, like they're out here in California, you guys have been exposed to a lot more wildfires and like events like that. So you guys are used to like having to go through that sometimes. So it's just natural. Whereas someone who
There is
doesn't
a
live here is
wildfire
just like, wait,
season.
what the shit?
Yeah.
I was literally just like, why? Like, I shouldn't be working right now.
You know
like,
what's-
why? Like, this is illegal.
You know what's crazy is when we moved here from Vegas, when we came out here for one of our first drives to just visit California. I think we were going to Universal Studios. We were staying at a hotel, and I was a kid seeing some type of weird wildfire or forest fire near a hotel we were staying at.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
on the hill while we were
exactly.
eating. Yeah,
And I
what
was
the
never being
fuck?
like, "What is going on over there?" And he's like, "It's a fire," and I'm like, "Okay." But the sickest part about that trip is I actually remember we rented a GameCube from the hotel
That's cool.
and played Mario Kart on the
Oh.
GameCube that we rented from the hotel.
That's sick.
That
That is
that
so-
was
The
that was
coolest thing.
on the way moving
Universal
here.
Studio,
No,
yeah.
no.
Oh,
That was on the trip when we left
Yeah.
Vegas to move here.
Yeah.
We stopped at that restaurant in
Yep.
SoCal or Nevada still.
Mhm.
But I remember it was like a casino, and there was nothing but a big window behind us, and it looked out into like the mountains and like a hill. And we're sitting there and we're eating, and sure as shit, there's a fucking fire on the
Mm.
hill behind us, and we can just watch it. We're just sitting there looking at it, bro. Like it's just a full fire on this hill. We're like, what the fuck,
That's
dude?
crazy. Dinner to
I
show.
had no idea, bro.
Yeah.
We had a fire in an orchard one time in Oregon when I was picking cherries up there. And I had a similar experience. And that's what you mentioned, like, why are we working in these conditions? Even in Oregon, I was like maybe 15 when this happened. We had seen one of the orchards one of the the patches on the other side of the orchard that we were working on, just like on fire. Like those trees were on fire. We have no to this day. I still don't know exactly. We never really found out like
Wait,
exact.
there wasn't any electricity near it. There, you think it was just a random fucking brush fire?
I don't know or remember enough about the
Somebody dropped a lit
specifics,
joint.
but I just remember seeing the fire, and I remember a whole bunch of different things being said in rumors, and it was a disgruntled employee. Yeah, it was nearest to the. It was the patch of trees that was nearest to the main like farming center for that orchard right there. So it could have been an electrical thing. It could have who knows. I still to this day don't know. I just remember
No, you
seeing
were behind it. Marco.
Anyway, regardless, as
yeah,
you were
regardless, we seen the fire, and when the smoke was at first they told us to keep working, but when the smoke was just blowing downwind and getting into us, they told us to stop. Not because there was a fire on the other side, but because that we were inhaling the smoke. So the fact that like you were still in the working conditions, like or say that the fact that you were still working in those conditions when there's like literal ash pouring down, it's just like no, even in Oregon, like they have an understanding of
It's not good for you.
it's not good for you.
well.
Yeah.
Speaking of harsh working conditions, and 2020 or around that time, me and Ricky took a temp job at a pallet making facility, and the first 3 days or the first like 2 days me and Ricky were working there, we quickly realized that wow, there's a lot of sawdust just up in the air, and they don't provide any type of masks or breathing apparatus to, maybe keep our lungs and
That's a
our
lawsuit
nasal
waiting to happen.
cavities just good. And all of these men were cigarette smokers on their break. We got 2 breaks a day and lunch, and they were smoking cigarettes on every single one and working 8 hours a day in sawdusty fucking heaven, working and not giving a shit about how much sawdust they're breathing in
You
at
guys
all.
wear masks?
We did after the first 3 days.
We're the only ones.
Yeah, we were the only ones. We were either doing masks or bandanas, whatever we could do, bro.
So at Amazon, when I first started working there were a couple of people who, yeah, from day one they were always wearing a mask, and masks weren't even provided in the PPE dispenser that we had there until like maybe 6 months in. Because about 3 months in, you had people who were just coughing, and I never wore a mask in there. But now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect, I'm like, dude, I hella should, because it was just cardboard and Amazon.
Mhm.
Yeah, where you have the Packers. I was there where they are literally taking the cardboard out, putting the items in, full, where the most cardboard is just floating around in the air. And we would like not we would make fun of, but I did like witness people make fun of those others who brought masks early on. But in retrospect, you're like, damn, these people were the smartest. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly,
they knew
very.
from day one.
Mhm.
Don't get that shit in my lungs.
Nope.
And then there was another caveat to that job was Ricky was doing some dangerous shit, but I was also doing some dangerous shit that was just a little bit more mundane. I was feeding a belt with from a circular rotating line of 2x4s. I was feeding a belt to for those 2x4s to get split in half, and I was doing that all day, but I couldn't wear gloves. So
Was it like a bandsaw type of thing that you were
yeah,
passing through?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And I couldn't wear gloves. And when you work with that much wood, you're just bound to get splinters off all those micro fucking pieces of wood.
Wait, sorry, not to interrupt you. Like you couldn't, like they wouldn't let you?
Wouldn't let us.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He'll tell you why right now.
So, and your hands get devastated after every day. You have little tiny, just micro fucking, what's it called? Splinters in your hand that you can't see, but when you move your hand, they're just like, you feel them. Oh my God, those were absolutely terrible. Some of the worst, like, just nasty shit. But I decided to start wearing gloves one time because I just was over it. I was taping my hands. I was trying to do whatever I could to protect my hands. And I was wearing these blue, like the blue work gloves that you have at work. They're kind of like gelled on them, you know. They kind of just protect your hands.
Regular PPE for handling wood, yeah.
Exactly, kind of like maybe like $5, $6, $8, some shit like that. I'm wearing them one day, and I'm working with the wood, and the fucking belt gets caught, and it's not putting the shit in, and I have my gloves on, and stupid me puts my hand under 5 pieces of wood to try and get the thing going. And fucking thing goes through, and I pull my hand out with the glove. And if I didn't fucking just yank my hand, dude, if I didn't yank my hand out of there, my hand was gonna get sandwiched and it was going, bro. I was so close. Stupidly did that shit, dude. And I remember it started going, and I was like, ah. I was like, Oh.
At Amazon, we had a smart pack machine, right? So basically, it's the thing that automatically just like wraps an item into like the like the white envelopes, right? So it's just like a seal, right? And the guy that was operating on it, I don't know what his deal was, but he was not actually like paying attention to what he was doing, and he was just talking while he was working, and I seen him put his hand on where the two rollers would be, right? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you're not supposed to put your hand anywhere near that, right? And then he's over here working, flips a switch, the thing goes on automatically while his hands on the rollers go like this, like right? And then he goes, right? And he's like, well, that would have been something. And I was like, bro, like you almost fucking lost your hand.
When I was working in
So-
Reno, I used to operate heavy power equipment. So I'd run like backhoes and like fucking skid steers and front end loaders and shit like that. And one time we were out on a job site and we were out in this yard. It's just this big fucking dirt yard. And I just was loading up trucks with waste concrete to get hauled off for like recycling. And I was in a front end loader, and it's just like one of those big cats with the bucket, and you just like go and you push it and you scoop it up and you dump it, right? That's it. And there was another guy there who was another operator, and something had happened. When you reverse in those big machines, an alarm goes off. It goes beep beep beep
Mhm.
beep, so everybody knows that you're backing up, right? For some reason, he didn't do his like pre-check that you're supposed to do on the equipment, and his backup alarm didn't work. And there was a guy behind his back tire when he went throw it in reverse
Oh
and
shit.
crushed this guy and killed
Oh,
him on the
fuck.
job site.
Jesus
And all I remember is I was sitting in my loader and I'm just sitting in there with the bucket down and I'm like waiting for this truck. And all I see is like 6 or 7 dudes run out and they're like running out to the yard and they're like going like this. And all I did is like open my window and I put my head out. They're like, hey, shut your machine down, go home. And I was like, all right. So I shut my machine down, went home. Next day, found out what happened, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Damn.
And I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, no
Yeah.
way, bro."
Are you glad that you didn't like see
Yeah,
it?
yeah, bro. I'm 100% glad I didn't see that shit because I would have been scarred, bro. But
Yeah.
just knowing that that happened
Yeah.
somewhere I was at that day, I was like,
It was
"Ugh."
it was like
I was like,
enough.
It's
"Ugh."
surreal.
Yeah, dude.
Losing a life, losing a limb, losing legs.
I have sorry.
Bro,
I-
you
You go.
realize how just like finite life really is when you see stuff like that. I still haven't seen like an active dead body in front of me like that. Like
Lucky.
I don't even like seeing roadkill because you just realize at that point it's that is just a body. There's nothing really in there anymore. So seeing that actually be like a person and like maybe he knew that dude that he worked with like vaguely, like just saw him around, and to see him just become like a squished body, essentially roadkill, would be so
Yeah.
nuts to see, bro.
I mean, that's horrific enough to see, but yeah, definitely count yourself lucky because it's not. Honestly, I feel like that was. I can count that as probably like the worst experience of my life. Like, I'm not gonna get in too much detail, but just like about the situation. But 'cause I'm sure you guys will probably know, but being in a room with someone that you know, like who's going through something, yeah, like, and being in the room as they pass
Oh sheesh.
Oh.
and hearing like that last breath, like that death rattle, like that's something like I wouldn't even wish like on a worst enemy type of thing. Like it's
When you physically see it. and
when you
yeah.
physically see it and can hear it too, like you feel it. Like there's a feeling.
The weight leave the room.
Yeah,
type
like
thing,
you literally will feel the energy fucking disappear, and it's not something anyone should fucking ever have to fucking witness, in all honesty. But on a lighter note, let's move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's cheer it up a little bit.
On a lighter note, if you
So-
could have
oh.
any mythical creature as a guardian, what would it be and why,
Ooh.
Marco?
So I think if I had a mythical creature as a guardian, it'd be something along the lines of what's I think a werewolf would be cool. I get no, because that turns into
But
a
like
human.
you gotta be like, what would attract to you? Like, it's not what you would want to be like your thing. Like, what would
Oh.
vibe with you? Like, what do you think would be like the thing that the universe gives you as a guardian? You know?
Oh, okay. A mythical animal. though.
Yeah, like anything. It could be like a sprite, or like a fairy, or like a fucking demon, a warlock, a fucking
Yeah.
Jin.
Something like yeah, like still like a were like a more like a Fenrir kind of type deal, like a familiar, you
I
know,
fuck with that.
like you know what I'm saying,
That,
like
yeah.
an animal,
Like a
that,
shapeshifter.
yeah, something like that, yeah,
Okay.
like yeah, something that has the ability to, on its own to be like a magical. Okay, I got one. Something more along the lines of like a kitsune, but like more like a wolfy kind of thing, you know, like the nine-tailed fox, but like whatever that is, more like a wolf
I
direction.
fuck with that.
You know?
More aggressive.
Yeah, more dog-like,
More power.
just more dog-like in
Okay.
For
general.
that loyal like aspect and dog
Yeah.
aspect.
I feel like I'm not quite so like foxy, like in the way that a kitsune is.
Hey, don't put yourself down like that, Marco. You're quite fox.
Thank you, appreciate it. I think I'm more a little bit more on lines of like wagging your tail dog-like.
Honestly, I can see that for you.
Yeah. What about you guys?
For me, I feel like it'd have to be. I mean, I know he's not like a creature, but like I don't know a specific, but something along the lines of like a trickster, like Loki vibe. It'd have to be some type of like trickster spirit or like demon,
Like a
like
jester.
That
Yeah.
would be a kitsune.
something like that,
Yeah.
because I feel like it would have to give into like my chaotic nature and like impulsiveness. Where like, hey, if I have some type of like creature watching out for me, all power, like that's got some powers that where like I can get some benefits and stuff, be protected. Like, oh, I'm gonna have the most fun with it. And like I'll give into that nature and those impulses because it would probably influence me as well.
Like a goblin.
No,
why that.
no, it wouldn't be goblin.
Necro Goblin.
No, I don't think it would be a goblin because like a goblin's just a little bit too like it's not clever enough. A goblin's just too direct and like kind of trashy and brutal. Where I would want to be like, no, I want to have fun with it. Like I want to be playful with it, but yeah, I may still fuck you up if you deserve it too.
You also have
But I'm
fun
still,
with it.
but like I'm still gonna. But there's that chaotic nature where I was like, oh, I'll enjoy it though because you're gonna get some suffering in this.
That's gross.
I'm thinking of a hippogriff for sure from like Harry Potter,
There
something
you go.
like
I
that.
fuck with that.
I'm thinking of like a scarab, which is like
What about something like a chimera? So it's like got like wings and like multiple like
Wow.
animals in it.
my third one was like a Cerberus, like a three-headed hellhound or some shit like
Okay,
I can
yeah.
see a
see,
Cerberus
that's what I
goes
was
for you.
thinking, something more along
The
the lines of
Cerberus
that.
I could
Yeah.
really see for you, especially with like your dog affinity.
that. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
My number 2 would probably be something like a phoenix.
I fuck
I was gonna say that at first, especially because I would try to like conduct some experiments with it, see if I could like gain like the more immortality benefit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Try to
Yeah,
fuse with
see,
it somehow
puts-
to like
it
do like
puts
a
the
few,
lotion
like
on its skin.
or no like blood transfusion type shit. You know what I mean? See if there's a way where I can gain that immortality thing, so me and my Phoenix are forever immortal.
kind of like the same, not like the mortal shit, but for me, the first one, it's not really like a mythical creature. It'd be like a AI entity,
Hmm.
like a fucking
That
like,
fits you.
like
digital AI.
like a
Yeah,
digital
yeah,
AI,
Like a Terminator
like
Salvation.
something like a
what's the what's that movie with where Johnny Depp becomes the fucking AI?
transcendence.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
transcendent shit.
Yeah,
That
some
would,
shit
that
like
would,
that.
That would be
Like a
fit you.
fully aware AI would be
Yeah.
my first one. The second one would be a sprite or something like a Navi from like
Yeah,
Legend of
Legend,
Zelda or
yeah.
some shit.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, something little that just follows me around that just like tells me like knowledge and shit.
I want to change my answer.
Gives you like a little pointer, like if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
about to head in the
Like
wrong
hey,
direction real
hey,
quick.
you're
Hey, wait.
you're on the wrong path.
It's like, hey,
Some
wait,
shit
wait,
like that.
think that over again.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to change my answer. I think the mythical creature that I would best fit me would be something along the lines of a dragon, right?
I was gonna
But-
say it.
but like a small dragon, like a
I was gonna say that too.
Like Mushu.
like Mushu. Son of you, decided to
Yeah.
little
Son of a
smart
gun.
ass too, right? So
Yeah.
that way he can be the sarcastic guy for me, right? And I could be like, "Calm down, Mushu," even though that's exactly what the fuck I'm thinking is whatever the fuck he
Bro,
says.
a little fucking lizard-like dragon that
Yeah.
can fly around and breathe fire.
But I
sounds
mean, like
sick.
that's sick. But like in your little sinister tricksism, like having a little daemon on your shoulder, like a little demon,
Oh,
a little like little fucking
Pocket
That's what
demon on your
pocket
shoulder,
I'd be
just
fine
being
with that
like,
too. Something like that,
yeah,
just kind of
yeah,
like
do it.
being able to help me a little.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like would fit me the most.
What if you could have both the devil and the angel though? That'd be cool to have that like
To have,
IRL.
Have that balance.
Chris
Yeah.
needs just the angel.
No.
Chris needs 2 angels on each shoulder.
No, that'd be it'd be like a three-headed entity. 2 of them are good, one's just really bad,
Yeah.
really bad.
They're like, we gotta tame that RSO. Those RSO.
Yeah, don't do 3 RSOs. Come
Exactly.
on, you can handle it. Why not go for 4?
Yeah, come on.
He's just gripping
I
his
had to
shaft
beat my
as he's
record one
doing it.
day. I took 3 at once, and I've still been able to
Full
hang.
tubes.
Yeah, 3 full tubes. I've
He's
hung out with you guys every time.
He's insane, bro.
I gotta go for 4.
That shit's gross. Dude.
Exactly. How do you even ingest that much oil?
Oh, I just mix it with food.
It's gross.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you put it on last like a sandwich?
Yeah, I just was mixing it with. I put on a pork roll once.
You ever been so fucked up that you like send a text message you're not supposed to? Like you ever
All the
send
time.
Yeah, you ever send
All
an
the time.
embarrassing text message to anybody?
All the time.
The only time
No,
I've
not
ever
all
been
the time. It's been a
embarrassed
minute.
when I sent a text is when I was a young man and I was experimenting with alcohol. And I'd wake up to texts that were just complete gibberish, bro. Like at that time, I knew what I was
Yeah.
texting. But when I woke up and I read it back the
whoa.
next day,
Yeah.
everything was misspelt. There was numbers in there that weren't supposed to be
Yep.
there.
Uh,
I didn't know what the fuck I was trying to say.
Bro,
but
for real.
that has happened to me more than one time.
Mhm.
That I've woken up and been like, "What an idiot!"
I've done that a couple times where like with even to Daphne, where like I'll before she's home, and like I'm drinking and like and then I fall asleep before she gets home,
Yeah.
and she doesn't wake. Like I don't wake up when she gets home. I just wake up next morning and I see her and like I start going through like our messages because like I'll see the last message she
You don't-
sent to open it up, and I'm like,
You don't remember blackout texting her?
yeah, like I remember it, but like. It's the same thing. Like I look at it, I'm like, oh, there's so many spelling errors. I'm like, oh, she knew I was drinking.
Bro.
I texted my boss that I loved him once.
Oh,
Like on some
wow.
bro shit.
You know, just that.
I love you,
I
man.
thought I was talking to him like text it on the like. Thinking I was
I've done
texting
that too,
Melina,
bro.
right? But I
That'd
texted
be
him.
real bad. You said some
Right.
wild shit.
Yeah,
I love you, baby.
yeah.
I
I
love
was
you,
like,
baby. I can't wait to give it to you. Put it down on you.
it was like literally like, thanks, I love you, right? And he's like, I appreciate you as well. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, boss.
Damn.
I don't know about too many. I haven't really sent too many like fucked up texts, but I just know my lady has seen me fucked up way too many times. At the end of the night, fucked up way too many times, and it's like been bad. She's taken plenty of videos of me just
And they hate it every time too.
I don't hate it. It's pretty funny.
No, I'm
honestly.
saying sometimes they get annoyed with it, but just to show you, like,
Oh,
hey,
she's
you,
laughing
You know
too.
what I have to deal with?
Yeah. But one of the times we keep a machete next to the bed, or we used to, before we took it on a camping trip, and now it's in the garage. But anyway, I was so drunk. I was trying to. Nah, I can't think of the story now. I'm fucking retarded,
Dude, one
Did you get so drunk and you picked up the machete, waved it around?
Nah, it was next to the bed, and she was like, "Just lay down already, jeez." And I lay down, and then I grab it, and I'm like,
Like some horror movie shit.
and she's still videoing me, and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, it was
so fucking funny.
yeah.
So, if you could replace your feet with any object, what are you going with?
Skates,
Oh,
Like roller skates?
skateboards or roller skates, anything
you want
with 4 wheels.
skateboards
I
on-
want
on
eight.
wheel?
I want 8 wheels total.
Go with the meta
So,
answer.
so I'm saying, like, is that 2 skateboards each feet?
One
Or,
skateboard
I mean,
each
one
foot.
one skateboard each
Yeah,
foot?
like
How
roller,
you
like
work
quad
with that?
skate, like quad skates.
Are you so you're not able to rotate them though to like
You can spin on quad skates.
they're your feet though.
Chris, let's get past this.
So I'm saying like
Chris,
so you're always technically rollerblading with skateboards.
Yeah.
it's Chris.
No, I'm asking a question because
That's
like
effective.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to have an answer that's better than that because you can think about like honestly, no, real. Because like
Gliding across the ground. What else is better than that?
yeah, because like okay, so if you think
But
about
what's
like
the difference between having
think it's stupid.
that and
Hold on.
just-
I think it's stupid.
like think about
I think it's stupid.
think about
I disagree.
having some kind of springs. Think about having some kind of like rocket. Think about any kind of those things. Like they all have really cool use cases for sure, but still the wheels and the format of having and like the skates in the bottom of your feet like is still very practical.
Okay, we're talking about people with skates
no,
as
but he's
feet, but I
saying
can't have
skateboards.
infinite rocket fuel for my rocket feet. Fuck you.
No, you can because it's a part of you at that point. It's your feet.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
It does.
Yeah.
It is feet, right? Okay, so if it's my feet, then yeah.
It's your feet.
So
it's
like the
not you
Shadow
have
the
to-
Hedgehog shoes.
Okay,
Hey,
that's fair.
hey, the meta
No, but
answer.
it's your feet. Like think of fucking
Meta
like
answer
My
is
Hero Academia.
my-
the guy who
I
has
would
engines
replace
in
my
his
feet
legs.
with
Like he doesn't have to refuel.
Meta
He just
answer
has
is
to take breaks if he overheats.
I'm gonna replace my feet with hands.
And replace
no,
your hands with feet.
See, my
No,
thing.
have 2 pairs of hands.
Oh, like a monkey?
Yeah, you're going back to your roots.
Whatever,
You devolve
whatever
a little
nature,
bit?
whatever nature intends.
question.
I was
New
gonna
question.
say for my feet, I want
You'd have dildos on your
no,
feet,
I
Chris.
want octopus tentacles.
You'd have 2 Badusies on your feet.
I want a pair of 8 octopus tentacles for each foot.
All right, here we go. If you could have a personal robot, what would you have it do for you, Chris? You got a time limit on this answer.
Keep it age appropriate.
I'm putting it.
Honestly, I'd have the robot probably just be able to be a clone of me and like go to work for me, so I could do and make more enjoyment of my life and the things that I want to pursue. That
You
make
want
me happy.
robots to take our jobs?
I think he
No.
wants that clone for something else.
They took our jobs.
No,
Chris.
I'd rather have it go to work for me and be able to earn my money if it's exactly like me, has my skill set, like an android of me, essentially, like a robot that no one can tell the difference. So I can be at home and I can do the things that I'm more passionate about and like
Playing
experience
Fortnite.
life more.
Chris
All
wants
right.
No,
AI to
like
take
get
your
out,
job.
get physical activity, like explore life, be able to do things more where like the work takes up the rest of that time.
All right, good answer.
I
Good
got.
You know what? Actually, it's annoying me how much you're rushing shit. I know sometimes we can get carried away, but it's actually really fucking annoying when you're rushing people like that.
Hey, but yeah, it's also annoying when you take things forever off into the universe.
Okay, I get that, but there's different ways to like deal with that than just like rushing through it like an asshole, like the way you're doing.
All right, bro.
I think if I would have a robot, it would be something to do like my laundry. I think folding clothes is really like something that I don't like doing. So I'd have it like fold my clothes and shit like that. I could do dishes, so actually I'll have it do the dishes too. Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty.
The only reason I need a fucking robot is for a massage.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah.
I need a deep tissue daily massage when I come home from work, when I go to work, on my breaks, and it
I was
needs to be
actually
a good
thinking
one.
about that the other day. Full
Yes.
body, just sit into it. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I can agree with that.
as much as I love my girlfriend, her little hands aren't strong enough. So
This is fair.
I
Oh.
need that deep tissue
And that
robot
way you don't
feel.
have to pay for it by going to a parlor.
It
makes
can
sense.
literally do nothing.
Parlor.
It can literally do nothing. I'll turn it on to massage me, and I'll turn it off.
Have you seen the ones that you?
They're not called parlors anymore.
Phrasing.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen the ones that you sit full body in at the mall that like take your arms in and your calves and they get your back and your butt?
That's what I want.
Those ones.
I want something to fully encompass my body in like a capsule
Yeah,
and
exactly.
rub me.
Oh yeah, the capsule like top.
You wanna
top
be
two.
Like on the face, it's like
Oh,
I'm just like there like.
He's in the womb all over
Yeah,
again.
basically.
Rebirthing.
Basically, I need a new body.
I guarantee you, a machine like that is like 10 G's easy.
I'm not
100%.
big for like body technology like advancements, but the older I get, the more I'm thinking I need a new fucking body.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, maybe I will
whole
transfer
new
my
body.
consciousnly into a different body when I'm
Yo, if that was like a thing, what's that show?
Bro, think about it. You
Netflix
wait-
show Carbon Fiber.
yeah, you have no
Yeah.
pain. You transfer your
Or
consciousness,
carbon,
That's a
whatever.
no
weed.
pain.
Not carbon
anywhere.
fiber.
Carbon copy.
Carbon copy. I would where you have like
I
your
haven't seen it,
conscious in a
but-
stack or whatever, and you can put it in another body. But essentially, your conscious is always like forever existing.
Yeah, see, that's my thing.
I would be okay with that.
So that you clone your body and just
No,
re-upload your
I
consciousness.
mean, you
to
can
a new
clone
one?
your body, but you can also like, I mean, in that world, if you have money enough, you can pay for like an upgraded body. Essentially,
Oh, cool.
like you can get like a better body.
Put your
you
conscious
want.
into the new body.
Yeah. Like if you're unhappy with yourself, you can pay for a new body that's if you feel is better looking than what you feel and shit like that. Better shape,
I
more
just-
athletic.
I just need a new body where everything doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Everything hurts
But you
now.
probably they have that in the show too, where yeah, you can clone yourself and just do that.
If I had a robot, I'd want it to change my Wi-Fi name to something funnier than what I got going on. What's the funniest Wi-Fi name?
If I had a robot, I would use its AI technology to only create memes.
Yeah, there you go. Robot, create memes for me.
I think a good Wi-Fi name is Join the Wi-Fi. Dare you?
Join the Wi-Fi, dare you?
I think a good Wi-Fi name is part of the crew, part of the ship.
Goop Squad. Goop Squad 1.
Definitely not the FBI. Is probably the funniest one that I've seen.
Join
Group Goon Wi-Fi.
join us in high.
Gooners. Gooners 101. It's the fact that
Intro to Gooners 101.
I still didn't know what gooner or what gooning meant like till last week.
What does it mean?
Insane. Like jerking off or whatever.
What's that mean?
Masturbation. Self-fellatio. No, not self-fellatio.
Oh, damn! You got talent for that.
Marilyn Manson up in here.
Wow.
You
Gotta
guys heard
remove
that
a
rumor?
couple-
You guys heard that rumor too as a kids?
Yeah, they removed the rib.
Is that a rumor?
He told me. He told me that rumor.
Because I had to explain
that a
that
rumor?
rumor to Daphne the other day
Rumor,
after she saw
yeah,
something in a
rumor.
meme and she didn't. I showed her a meme. She didn't understand it,
I think my dad
and
even said
she,
it, too.
I guess, was sheltered that much as
Guys,
a
I
kid
checked
where
this
she didn't
shit
hear
out.
that rumor.
So I was like, can you fucking believe this?
Did
It's like that was elementary school and the school bus
Bro,
rumor
you
for me.
clearly don't know how to spell.
Did,
at all.
You're
do-
like texting when I was 17.
wow, he doesn't even know how to spell Maryland right.
No,
Did you
Marilyn
know-
Manson did not have his wrist removed.
The rumor,
No
see?
fellatio.
It was a true remover. It was a
It was a
rumor.
true rumor though.
True remover.
So there was, enough belief there. There could be a story.
Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that rumor that Sierra was a man?
Yeah,
Sierra?
Yeah,
I remember that.
my
Really?
goodies. My goodies.
Yeah, no,
My
I
goodies.
never
My-
heard
my-
that one.
Yeah, there was a rumor that she was a dude.
What about Michelle Obama?
I've heard that one too. I know what's going on here.
Hey.
Sorry. Bad taste, poor taste. It's all in good fun.
Oh man. Anyways, so
What about Michelle Obama?
I actually brought the.
What is she, a reptilian? Is Michelle Obama a reptilian?
what's your favorite season and why?
I like winter but snowboarding. What about you?
I love winter cause snow.
Oh,
Feel real good.
It's least fun. Oh shit.
So
I don't know what's going on here.
when it comes to what we got moving forward for talking high culture. When it comes to what we got moving forward for talking high culture, we've been trying our hardest to really think about the avenues that we're going to start taking. So we have Talking High Culture, which is it's the podcast, right? Gold Star Casino Bowling League will be our more comedic element and sketch comedy focus, right?
Wait for that first season.
y'all don't even fucking know about
Wait
Gold
for
Star
the
Casino
promo
Bowling.
episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That,
GSCBL.
that will be our first official production, and it'll be all in the effort to
Make you laugh.
make you laugh, right?
Bring some joy to everybody's lives.
And it's going to be us documenting our own experience, just trying to get our own office space, right? And the pains and everything that come along with that. So
We're trying to become too legit.
Yeah.
Too legit to
Official.
in order to do that, we got to brainstorm. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this podcast up. I know it's a short one. You can expect it about this time frame every single time. If we go live or when we go live,
Sometimes
then-
we try, maybe get a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
We're a little bit delayed, technical difficulties.
Sometimes
a little bit delayed, technical difficulties. I also wanted to have the gaming hooked up. I do not have the proper channels for that. So we got to brainstorm in games. So thank you so much for joining us on Talking High Culture tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Boys, you want to set us off?
Hell yeah. Thank you everybody for coming in. We really appreciate you. Again, reiterate what Marco said, like, comment, subscribe, but we appreciate you commenting us. If you guys got any ideas, topics that you think you want us to cover, talk about, any ideas, we always appreciate it. We love all the feedback. We're trying to come up with some new merch and get some solid ideas once we get that, if we can get like our good office space up, so help support us, we'll help support you guys, who believe in us, and all love.
I got two things to say. Number one, if you got truck nuts, let them fucking spark.
Let him swag.
Number two, if you don't listen to Dungeon Synth, I don't fuck with you. But I love you.
Krispy Kreme.